Ashley, darling, sit down and listen to me. Sit down. Now, if you had gotten married in September, as you planned, how would you have felt about having a baby?
Well, I want children. And I know that Justin wants a son to carry on the Marshall name almost as much as he wants to get rid of Ryan Connor.
So you would not have delayed in starting a family?
No.
Then I can't see that there's any problem now.
The problem is that I can't tell Justin I'm pregnant when I'm not.
You must get him to make a commitment. Once you're married, everything else will work itself out. You and Justin will have your baby, and Justin will have a woman who is capable of giving him the support he needs, and you'll have Justin.
But it's not right.
It's not wrong. Now, if you love each other and can make each other happy, it is simply a matter of timing.
You sound like Aunt Hildy's logic.
Well, your Aunt Hildy is one of the happiest people I've ever known, so she must be doing something right. Now, darling, you are so worn out. You just cannot think straight, so come on. I want you to try to get some sleep. If Justin calls, well, what can I tell him this time? I'll just say that you've gone out for a drive and that you will meet him at your apartment later this afternoon.
Don't act so surprised.
I'm not surprised, Dennis. I'm stunned.
Why? Because I decided to give Paige a taste of her own medicine?
Son, I hope that what you're saying isn't the truth, because if it is, bringing that man to the top of the World Club is...
Is what?
It's sick, Dennis. It's disgusting, and it's beneath you.
Dad, I did this for you. I wanted you to see what kind of a woman Paige really is. She's a tramp, Dad. She is
Dennis,
nothing.
Stop. Now, I don't know what's come over you, but I'm not going to let you go on like this. Now, whatever flaws Paige may have, she's no worse than the rest of us. Dennis, you may not realize this, but Paige has done a great deal for you.
Oh, I've heard all that before.
Well, it's the truth. She's gone to great lengths to set things right between you, and I think you ought to stop and try to appreciate
The only thing I can appreciate is that she's ruined my life, and right now she's ruining your life as well.
That doesn't make any sense. Paige is the first person to make the connection between Joe Foster and Chris Shaw's murder. She took Foster's confession to Stryker Bellman. She came here to help you because she thinks you're being taken advantage of.
Open your eyes and see what Paige is doing to you.
What? What's she doing?
You really think she came here today to help me?
What other reason could she have?
She came here because of you, Dad.
Paige and I are friends, Dennis.
You may believe that, Dad. But Paige has other plans.
That's just not so.
Oh, come on, Dad.
You need help, Dennis. Now, I don't know what's wrong, but we have to sit down and talk this out rationally. What you've done is wrong, and you have to see that, and if you need to see a professional...
No, look, she's turned you against me too, hasn't she?
Dennis, I'm not against you.
No, it wasn't enough that she tricked me into marrying her and lied to me every step along the way. No, she's got to turn my father against me too.
Dennis.
I'm not going to let her get away with it, Dad. I can't.
Dennis. Dennis.
You think we'll have a girl or a boy?
I don't know. Does it matter?
I'd like a boy. But a little girl would make me very happy.
I'll try to have a son for you.
I just wish you'd told me instead of Iris.
I had no intention of telling Mrs. Wheeler.
Iris certainly has a knack of forgetting her own way, doesn't she?
She sure does.
She's very fond of you.
I know. I'm very fond of her, too. I wish that she wasn't so much like Aunt Hildy. But I appreciate her concern for me.
You should have known how happy I'd be You know how important a family is to me, sons and daughters, to carry on the Marshall name.
The Marshall dynasty, born again.
That's right. Now we have to get a wedding band to go along with this engagement ring.
Suppose we will.
Well, we'll buy it tomorrow. And we'll get married next week. How does that sound?
Oh, Justin. I want you to marry me because you love me. Because you want to. Not because you have to.
I love you, Ashley. I promise I'll do my very best to make you happy.
Iris, it's good to see you smile.
Well, I finally have something to smile about.
Oh, what about?
Ashley called me this morning. She and Justin are to be married next week.
I take it that you approve.
Oh, indeed I do. I can't think of a better match. Ashley's very much in love with Justin, and he with her.
Well, I wouldn't be too sure about Justin.
Oh, it sounds as though you've been talking to Ryan.
No, I've seen him enough to form my own opinion.
Well, you've misjudged him. I did that once myself. Oh, will you be gone all day?
Oh, probably. I'll be at the bank if you need me.
Are there problems with Alex's finances?
Oh, no, his are in fine shape. It's yours that I'm worried about.
Mine?
Now that Alex's will has passed through probate, we have to deal with the fact that you're suddenly a very wealthy woman.
I've always been very wealthy.
Iris, we're talking about several millions more.
Well, do whatever you think is best.
I'll get it! Oh. Good morning, Mr. Carrington.
Thank you, Vivian.
Hello, Grant. Wait, I hate to run.
No,
but-
please don't let me keep you.
Can I get you some coffee?
No, thank you, Vivian.
You look too serious for this hour of the morning, Elliot.
But I'm very worried about Dennis. I think he needs professional help.
What kind of professional help?
Psychiatric counseling.
What makes you think Dennis needs psychiatric counseling?
Because he's a very disturbed young man. I don't seem to be able to help him.
But what's he disturbed about?
Paige.
Well, Paige is enough to disturb anyone.
Iris, you have to understand how serious this is. Dennis believes that Paige has ruined his life.
She tried.
He believes she's trying to ruin my life, too.
Yours?
Yes. Paige and I have had lunch and dinner on several occasions. Dennis seems to have the idea that we are more than just friends.
Are you?
Of course not. Dennis made arrangements with Peter Parnell to embarrass Paige at the Top of the World Club.
How?
But he arranged for one of Paige's former friends from Hollywood to have lunch there at the same time that Paige and I were there.
Was she indeed embarrassed?
Deeply. She was very upset.
Well, the past does have a way of coming back to haunt us from time to time.
Iris, I know full well how you feel about Paige, but her past is not the issue here.
What is the issue, Elliot?
The fact that your son behaved in such a disgusting manner. He is totally irrational on the subject of Paige, and I think he needs help. He's changed, Iris. He's become bitter and vindictive, and it frightens me. He even believes that Paige has turned me against him. Now, you know that's not rational behavior. I can't reach him. Perhaps you can.